Hello and welcome to another update video about Gala. Just really wanted to show you Gala because a few people asked for it. Gala together with Mana and Sand all following the same pattern. As with Gala as well, we had an ABC correction in my view, came up from the high at 85 cents, came down in a wave A, B, C. That wave C I think did hit very, well, pretty much perfect target levels in terms of what the Elliott waves are telling us it should be hitting. So from the beginning of the wave A up here to the wave A, you've got your 100%, and then to the downside here where this wave C has landed. You can see a difficulty, but this down here is the 1.618 extension, and again the 1.618 extension, we've hit that on Sand, Mana as well, and it is the ideal target level for a wave C, indicating we could have seen the low here of that wave C already. And also coming down here, we pretty much came down very, very low, very low. You know, we did even go below the beginning of that that fib here, which we did adhere to. So we came down very low, did shoot down very low, but now find support here at this fib level at 45 cents, find strong support, and we're now in a triangle. This triangle we can see on Mana and Sand as well. And triangles are very complex structures, and if we take a look at Elliott waves, they can be very difficult to interpret. Generally trend continuation, you would call them. What is the trend? Is the trend still going down, or is the trend still up? In my view, unfortunately, it's difficult to say. We're making high lows here, we're making lower highs. So normally with a triangle, it's not advised to trade triangles. It's hard to say what's going to happen without a breakout. You don't really know. We can only put assumptions in here, and that's just what it is. In a pattern, you don't know what's going to happen. Only assumptions are possible. Overall, this chart isn't looking too bad. Come down overall from a larger point of view. You know, we have come down, obviously found a low. That's how it looks like, and now making higher lows, but lower highs. So it's really advisable to wait with a decision here. But again, no financial advice. It's generally what textbooks say. You would wait until you have a breakout in a triangle. Now, we are still below the 20-day moving average, so that is critical, right? If we are below this 20-day moving average, theoretically, we are still in a downtrend. And also, if we apply some Elliott wave counts here to the triangle, I think it's looking rather that it could go down from here. That is only, however, an assumption at the moment. No guarantee to play out. So if we take a look here at Cardano, what it did at the time, this is very similar. So we had a very similar triangle, right? And the chart looks very similar as well, to be honest. We need to keep that in mind because, as I said, Cardano is much more ahead in its correction than other cryptos. So you have seen here, and I need to be careful not to become too bullish with Gala, Mana, and Sand here. Try to stay neutral and objective, but I need to be careful not to become too bullish. Because even here, when Cardano did its major move to the upside throughout August and September, it did come down in a wave A, made a wave B, came down in a wave C. I did believe at the time, you know, this looked like a low. Then we applied the ABCDE count here to that triangle, and I said, wow, it looks like we come down once more, because if you've got this wave E in a triangle, the chances are that you come down to the downside from here. And we did that. And I also talked about that 181 level. Nobody believed at the time was possible, but unfortunately it did play out. So we need to assume that we come down lower here for Gala as well. And I need to be careful not to become too bullish here, because it's basically the same pattern. So what do we do with that count? A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. Also the wave E characteristically overshoots the wave C, sometimes the wave A. So we need to be careful here. Now that could have been it. With triangles, it's very difficult because they can become quite complex. This could carry on a little bit, even though these lines are very steep. So indicating that from just looking at this, and I'm not very sure if this is the right count here, to be honest, full transparency here, but I think it might be because it's following really Cardano structure here. But this might drag on for a little bit, as it did with Cardano, and that would actually indicate a move down from here. So be very careful if you're interested in dollar cost averaging in. I mean, because I play the games anyway, I buy some at these prices, generally. I did buy last week, I think we were a little bit higher, but not much higher. So I think generally 50 cents for a Gala is not bad, you know, considering where we were at 84 cents, 85 cents. But bear in mind, even though it's looking rather bullish, we're not making higher highs here, and we are clearly in a triangle. And applying that Elliott wave count that we did apply at the time for ADA as well, where we came down first, yeah, and then in the next leg up you start with A, B, C, D, E, came all the way up. Bear in mind, this structure took nearly a month to play out, whereas here on Gala we really only started a week ago, so this can drag on much longer. Okay, just really as a warning, this might not be the final count, this is just the current picture. And should we really lose that support level, you can observe that that support level is at currently 40, or let me zoom in, 46, 47 cents, and the resistance is at 50 cents. Yeah, so that's currently how it looks like. But generally, triangles, I wouldn't trade them. Don't really like to trade them because you don't know, they can form and reform and create different structures that are just difficult to follow. So that means we are neither really in an uptrend or a downtrend. We're just in a consolidation at the moment in the market, and the bulls and the bears need to decide what is going to happen. So that's what makes triangles so complex and so difficult. They also can only be detected quite late already. I mean, this I think is a very clear triangle. Sometimes they're really hard to detect. With ADA at the time, it was really hard. It was not such a clear triangle, but it's a very similar structure. If you can see that, if you understand that, it's a very similar chart structure that's forming here. And people need to realize that it could really follow the same thing here. We need to see. Even though generally I'm very bullish on Gala, Mana, and Sand, all the gaming, metaverse, cryptos, I'm very bullish. I hold them all. Bit careful with buying at the moment. I gave out a Mana buy order yesterday, a careful first one, but also further buy orders at lower prices to give people the chance to buy in at lower prices should prices drop further. And I might do that for Gala as well on Discord for channel members. Not sure yet. Can't really put too much in there, too many, because these are the buy and sell orders that I follow as well. So I can't really buy everything, need to be careful about that. But overall, yeah, I think this might be a way to count it really from a careful point of view. As I said, within a triangle, we need to be careful. I'd like to do updates where I'm quite confident what we do, but here sometimes we just don't know, we have to wait, and this seems to be that we're actually following what ADA did early in the year, so just really to be aware of that. And really, if you look after that correction, we did the same thing, we came down all the way, A, B, C, still in that correction, and that for ADA it dragged on very long. For Gala here, I think on the weekly we still don't have here an, on Binance, on Gala, we still don't have an RSI. Let's see if we have it on different charts. To be honest, I don't know where it was listed first. We might not have any. Just want to see if we have any idea of the AD of the MACD on the weekly. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, that is pretty much Gala. So yeah, I'm careful. But overall, in the long run, you know, these Gala, Mana and Sand cryptos, they will perform really well, and that is also why, in terms of profit taking, oh no, we can't find a weekly RSI at MACD. No, but anyway, in terms of profit taking, I would also be careful with them. When we go higher again, I wouldn't take everything out. Would only take some of it out, because I think they are going to perform really well. If Bitcoin really finally recovers in that period, they will perform really well, I think. And it's the future in my view. You know, they carry on. They are really good projects that others can build on as well. And I did hear that Gala might be used by other larger gaming developers, mainstream gaming developers, you could call them, potentially. That was a rumor. I'm not sure if that is true, but generally, yeah, I remain bullish on these anyway. But bear in mind that we could see a little bit of a further drop here in the shorter term based on that wave count. We just need to see, and also considering that we're still below the 20-day moving average and that we are in this triangle pattern and the wave count is playing out like that. So just need to be a bit careful. Sorry, that was the dog in the background. I'll finish the video now. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.